Solving quadratic problems part 2, we're going to take a look at a couple non-projectile questions. So with question 1, the first kind are called frame problems. So consider a rectangular park that's 60 meters by 100 meters. And what's going to happen is they're going to build a gravel walkway with the same width around the outside of the park. The question is going to be, how wide should the walkway be so the entire area of the entire park is 6,489 meters squared. So what we're going to do is, the question is, how thick does this walkway have to be? So let the thickness of the gravel path be x. And we're going to make sure that it's the same thickness all the way around. So I'm going to add x here in terms of the gravel path. I'm going to make this go a thickness of x, that down there, and that side over there. So what I'm now going to do is find the dimensions of the entire rectangle because I'm told the entire area. So I know that the green part here is 100. So this entire length, if the green part there to there is 100, and I've added an x here and added an x there, then the entire gray part, including the green, the entire new rectangle, the new length has to be my green 100 plus that x plus that x. So plus 2x. So 100 plus 2x is my new length. And with the same argument, my new width, the 60 is the green. So there's my 60. That's the green. I need to add this x part and add that x part. So 60 plus 2x would be my new width. Now I know the formula for the area of a rectangle is length times width. So I have my new length and my new width has to equal the area I'm given, 6489. And that's how the quadratic gets created. This is the quadratic structure that we make. So now we're going to solve for x. So to do that, I need to FOIL. So I crank away through with FOIL, easy enough. I collect my like terms in the middle here. I then swing this number over to this side, make it negative, and that leaves me with the quadratic in this structure. And here I know I can solve using the quadratic formula. So I plug the values in, negative b right here, plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I plug it in, a few steps here using my calculator. Okay, I execute the squaring, I add the values under the root, I take the root, it happens to be an integer, which is good. And then I break apart my two operations. I go into my plus side and my minus side. I realize there's two possible theoretical answers. And I get x is 1.5 meters, or I get x can be negative 81.5. Clearly we can't have a negative length. X was the length, the width of the walkway. Since I can't have a negative, I ignore the negative and I accept the 1.5. So the thickness of the walkway must be 1.5 meters. I can go back and check. If I let x equal 1.5, then I know my new length is 100 plus 2x. So 100 plus 2 times 1.5, which is 103. And my new width is 60 plus 2x. So 60 plus 2 times 1.5, which is 63. And if I go 103 times 63, I get that area I was given at the beginning. So I know I'm right. Another kind of question we see is just simply a numbers question or numbers problem. Suppose the product, so again, it's product, so it's going to be factored, so it fits right in what we're talking about. The product of two consecutive even numbers is 120. Find the numbers. So I'm going to let my first number be x, because I don't know what it is. I'm then going to let my second number be x plus 2, because it has to be consecutive even numbers. So consecutive even numbers mean it could be, an even number is 20 and the next even number is 22. Or an even number is 16 and the next even number is 18. Or an even number is 6 and the next even number is 8. So if I let my first number be x, then I know my next number, I have to jump by 2, x plus 2. So x plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So I know the product, because it's product, I'm multiplying these two numbers together, product, x times x plus 2 has to equal 120. And of course, this is a quadratic. I swing the 120 over. I can factor this one, which is good, and I get my two values here, I have x equals negative 12 or x equals 10. So with my negative 12, I have negative 12, and then I have x plus 2, I have negative 10. So one pair of answers is negative 12 and negative 10. Okay, these are two even numbers separated by 2 that multiply together to give 120. Or if I take my 10, 10 plus 2 is 12, so my other pair of answers is 10 and 12. These are two even consecutive numbers that multiply together to give me 120. Okay, that's it. Here's some frame questions and some number questions.